Welcome to Community Connection. I'm Iowa City Mayor Bruce Teague. This show highlights people and organizations that make our community great. With COVID-19 keeping us all isolated, the 50th anniversary of the Iowa City Pride has to shift gears. Instead of taking to the streets, the celebration will take to the World Wide Web. Here to discuss the virtual Pride celebration is my good friend, Tony, president of the organization. Thanks for joining me, Tony.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
I'm excited because this is a huge milestone, Iowa City Pride, 50 years. Wow.
Yep.
I think it's great. And you are our president of the
I
Pride
am.
Committee. And so thanks for all your work there. When did, COVID-19 started? Like, when did you think that this big celebration that you've been pouring your heart and soul into would not be able to be done in person?
I would say 3 weeks after like the initial shutdown or initial somewhat of a shutdown that we had in the state. Um, we have a few doctors and nurse practitioners on our committee, and so we kind of knew what was going on. And it, for me at least, I know for me as the president, I kind of had a good gut feeling that it wasn't going to happen this year.
Well, I know all the hard work that's been going into it, all the reaching out in the community to and get people to get involved, to be a part of this. And here we are today where it is going to be virtual. But one of the things is this still is a milestone. This
Yep.
is 50 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a big milestone. I honestly didn't know it was going on for that long until probably a couple years ago. And so yeah, it's a huge milestone. It's kind of awesome. It's kind of good to see and kind of shows the character that Iowa City has.
I know that I've been involved a little bit here in the most recent past, where I even learned that the Pride became a not-for-profit,
Yep.
and so that that work went on. Whereas before, it was more of an organization where still had the structure, but then just took it to that different level, which I know made a huge difference in some of the programs that you all can do.
Yeah. I think it was by about 4 years ago. I know it's been in talk for at least 6 years about becoming a nonprofit. Yeah, it offers a lot, obviously, as far as sponsorship, people, um, and just getting out there and reaching out to the community and giving back to them in different ways besides just our annual festival and parade. So that's been a really good opportunity for us past couple of years.
Nice, yes. There's power into forming that 501c
Yeah.
formally, and so yeah, I think that was a great move. Um, but there's a lot of events happening. Tell us about some of these virtual events that's going to be happening.
So we teamed up with Next Gen. They're like a voters rights group here in Iowa. So they've done actually a lot of our programming for us. They have the technology. We're not so technology inclined on the car committee. So I believe this week we have a speak out event on Thursday. Their events are every Thursday. This Saturday is our big one that we really wanted to do, which was a virtual parade. So we have yard signs that are being made right now. They'll be ready this week. You can order those on our website, and all the links are on our Facebook. It's pretty similar to like the birthday parades you've been seeing through COVID, where you can either sign up to be in a car with us and drive around Iowa City, Coralville, and North Liberty. We're just going to section it off in groups. And then if you have a yard sign or not have a yard sign, you can just sign up also for us
Awesome.
just to show up at your house. Past President Bridget Malone was really big on this. She decorated her car last year. So we're all going to decorate our cars, have some drag queens out there, and some other people as well.
I love it. I love it. So then go to the website, can find out if they want to do the virtual portion, which they can tune in to just see the
Yep.
parade, but they can
Yes.
also order a sign for their yard,
Yep.
or they can sign up to be in a car to travel around.
Yep. Definitely.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So then that's happening. Are there any more events that's happening over the?
Yeah, so we've decided instead of just doing everything in June, we're just gonna spread it out. Because there is that also a good potential. We've been talking with the University of Iowa Spectrum Pride Committee there, doing something for the students as well. So I know in the fall we're going to do our annual get to know your community event, which involves just different businesses and organizations coming through, um, gathering and just getting to know those LGBTQ friendly businesses and organizations, and probably like a mini street party or something like that. Um, and then I believe sometime this week or next week we're still organizing it. Obviously, a lot has been going on out there in the world. We're gonna do like a LGBTQ BIPOC panel, just to see where the next steps are and what us as a community can do to support the Black Lives Matter movement.
I'm excited that this just won't be 1 week in June and that is going to be spread out. So
Yeah.
that is good because there's a lot of people in our community that is definitely allies for the LGBTQ plus community, a part of the LGBTQ plus community like myself. And so that's great to hear. You just mentioned Black Lives Matter, which I want to come back to in a second, but you have some scholarship programs that's going to be
Mhm.
happening. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So one of our sponsors, ACT, offered to double our scholarship. So we now are going to offer, starting this fall, it's going to come out this fall, $1,000 scholarship to a high school student in the Johnson County area. So that includes, Clear Creek, Amana, all of Iowa City School District, Coralville, North Liberty, Tiffin, which is Clear Creek, Amana, um, and I believe like Solon, and just in the Johnson County area. It's going to go to an LGBTQ plus student. Um, the application will be ready this fall. It's an online application, 2 essay questions, just explaining your story and what this community means to you and what you see the future being.
Well, that is good. I think anything that can open up opportunities for people in our community, and especially in the LGBT plus community, that's just going to be fantastic. So you're aware that this week the Supreme Court, handed
Yep.
down, I know, the landmark ruling that extends part of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which means it's illegal for employers to discriminate against people because of their sex, to also cover sexual orientation and transgender status. What's your reaction to that?
I think that's pretty big, especially just a few days ago they were taking away medical rights for transgender people. So I think it's a good it's a big win and a good step towards the right direction again. Um, Obviously, there's still a lot of fight when it comes to our rights and healthcare, especially our healthcare right now. Making sure we're all covered. So I think if we just keep fighting and keep talking about it, we could definitely start making those changes.
For me, this is a human right that um, here we are in 2020, still dealing with human right issues.
Yep.
This is a human right ruling that needed to be made by the court that honestly, we shouldn't even be having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with George Floyd, you know, we shouldn't even be having conversation about racial continued tension, after all that our country has endured in the past, but yet we are. And even for the LGBTQ plus community, we're still fighting for not even our rights, we're fighting for human rights. That's a part of the Black Lives Movement. We're fighting for human rights. And so I know that you've been out there aside next to me at Black Lives
Oh,
Matter protest and even for the LGBTQ. So yeah, talk to us a little bit about that and what your reactions are to everything that's happening.
I had a pretty strong reaction. Obviously, I am a person of color in a part of Pride. So it was pretty big deal. I followed the Black Lives Movement for a while. In their mission statement, they talk about it does involve transgender intersectionality. all people who are Black and POC. And so for me, it was very important for us as a community, an LGBTQ plus community, to get out there. And going out there, I've seen a lot of people in the community out there, and it's been very heartwarming and very good to see that, we still have a fight left in us. Our fight is a little different these days. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't, for the Gay Liberation Front and for, Marsha and all them. A lot of people before us fought for LGBTQ rights. And so I think as a community, we understand what's going on. And as you said, it's a human right now. It's not just, the focus is, yes, on Black lives, because they're the most affected right now, but there are Black lives that are LGBTQ plus. So it ultimately affects us and everyone around us.
Yeah. It is major to undergo these conversations when it comes to Black Lives Matter, but it's necessary.
It is.
And even with the LGBTQ plus community, we continue to have to help people to understand that we don't want you to tolerate us. We want you to accept us.
Yep.
And I think that is a part of the challenge where that we're still undertaking. I think that the Pride Committee, you all are doing a great job at just getting out information, and these virtual events I think is going to be a great addition to the activities that's happening in our city. So thanks to you and everybody, because I know there's a lot of people behind you. Yes. That is really leading, helping with this effort. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
No, just keep an eye out on our Facebook. A lot of that goes on our Facebook for the events we're doing. We're out there. We're trying our best to support everything right now. Obviously, our focus has changed a little bit, but we're excited to bring you. We're calling this the 49 and a half now anniversary. We're excited to bring you the 50th, a big 50th party next year. Party, celebration, protest, whatever you want to call it. Next year's gonna be really big, and hopefully, with what's going on right now, we can go out there and say that we've made some changes, and we'll continue to make those changes as well. We'll continue to fight as long as everyone needs us.
Yes, well, I am looking forward to the 49 and a half year for now, and then the 50th for next year, where it will be rainbows and balloons everywhere. So yes,
all the glitter you can imagine.
All the glitter. Oh, now you better be coming and cleaning up the streets and getting that up. Glitter is no fun for cleanup. But thank you so much for being a part of today. I really appreciate you and all of the work that you do in all of our LGBTQ community out there. Congratulations on 50th year, 49 and a half years here in Iowa City.
All right. Thank you for having me, Bruce.
Absolutely. Thanks. Have a good one. That's all for today's episode, but we'll be back soon with another community connection. Until then, remember, we're all in this together, and Black Lives Matter, and happy Pride, Iowa City.